Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to the London Market Colour session. Today being the 23rd of May 2025. For this segment of the Market Colour session, I will be analyzing the XY, GBP USD, and Euro USD. Right after that, Lip will be coming up for his analysis on gold and yen basket. If this is your first time joining in for the Market Colour session, you're very much welcome. We do this every day, Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. Do well to join us from Monday to Friday. And I'd also like to kindly crave our indulgence, share the link to this market follow session with everyone on our various social media platforms so that this can get to as many people as possible. Without taking further time, without taking further time, we will just head straight to the analysis of today. On the XY, the monthly time frame, nothing has really changed. We've seen price maintaining its bullish structure and a sweep of this liquidity right here to the downside. And on the weekly time frame also, we've seen the classic box pattern shoulder sweep break return into this very left shoulder and into this fair value gap right here. And we're seeing more breaks to the downside. And of course, to the daily time frame, on daily time frame, we have this very point of interest right here, this other block right here at 103.008 that we were speculating that price was going to trade into, but instead, price just tapped into this very fair value gap right here. And we're seeing even more push to the downside. Where do I think price wants to trade into? Price is coming to target this very low right here at 97.939 on the daily time frame, and narrowing it down to the 4-hour time frame also, fibbing from, beg your pardon, fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B, right? We can see that price actually tapped into 50% fib level, and we're seeing even some push to the downside. Price should come and clear this very low right here at 99.408 on the 4-hour time frame. And seeing that, I am still maintaining my bearish bias on the XY right from Tuesday. I am interested in even taking more sell positions on the 15 minutes time frame when I see price retrace into this very left shoulder at 99.992. Shoulder right here, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. All I want to see is price retrace into 99 again for 992 on the 15 minutes time frame. And narrowing it down to GBP USD. The monthly time frame right here, we can see that overall, the direction of the market is bearish. And on the weekly time frame right here, the weekly time frame, we've seen this box pattern failure and price even moving further away from this very left shoulder, right? I've even seen a break of this high. There's been a toggle right here for a very long time at 1.34170. Price seems to have broken this very high right here on the weekly time frame, and even on daily time frame, pretty much the same thing, a box pattern failure, and we're seeing price trading even way above this very high that it's been struggling off for a very long time. We have seen a break above this very high on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, what am I looking out for? Right, price has already broken above. Price has broken above. If I'm going to be fibbing this swing from point A to point B to see where price reacted off from, right? So price retraced into 50% fib level, held up that point, and we're seeing even more push to the upside. On the 1-hour time frame, if I'm looking out for where to take the buy opportunities from, seeing that price has broken that low that we have been looking at, and the high rather, beg your pardon, seeing that price has broken that high that we have been looking out for price to break. I'm interested in taking the buy on GBP USD on 1-hour time frame when I see price retrace into this very level right here. I want to see price trade into this very left shoulder at 1.3346, and once price trades into this very level, I am interested in pulling the trigger for a buy on GBP USD. So I am bullish for today on GBP USD, and we've seen why we're looking out for buy opportunities on GBP USD. Last on the list being Euro USD. The monthly time frame for Euro USD, nothing has changed per se, right? We are seeing that the overall direction is to the downside. Narrowing down to the weekly time frame, we've seen a break of this very liquidity and a sweep of this liquidity right here, and a break of the high all the way to the upside. So fibbing this most recent swing from point A to point B, of course, price traded into 61.8% fib level, right? And held at that point, and we're seeing some push to the upside on the weekly time frame. Where am I speculating that price wants to trade into? I'm speculating that price wants to break the high at 1.15652 on the weekly time frame, and down to the daily time frame also. On the daily time frame, fibbing this swing also, price held at 61.8% fib level, which is even more clearer. And there's even a point of interest right here, this very fair value gap. Fair value gap right here coinciding with 61.8% fib level. Price tapped into this level, held at that point, and we're seeing some push to the upside. Again, coinciding with the very high on the weekly time frame, we want to see price taking out this very high at 1.15650 on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame too, I'm speculating that price should sweep this very high right here. This high right here on the 4-hour time frame at 1.13429. I should see price sweeping out this very high, right? And subsequently, overall, trade above the ultimate high at 1.15650 on the 4-hour time frame. And then if I'm looking out for buy opportunities, seeing that I am bullish on Euro USD, I have spotted the classic box pattern that we usually use for the market color sessions right here. Shoulder at 1.12654, sweep to the downside, rather, break to the upside. All I want to see price do is, trade back into this very left shoulder again at 1.12657. Right. Please, if you have questions at this point, this is a good place for you to ask your questions. If you have questions or a different bias from what has been analyzed, please do well to type in the chat box, and we'll be looking at what you're seeing together. I'd like to use this opportunity to announce that the FX Bootcamp training May edition will be taking place from the 2nd to the 6th of June 2025, and it's going to be a special evening classes for people who are occupied during the day. We crafted out something useful and helpful for people who are very busy during the day. So just chat us up on 081 6099 5030 so that we can, help you with the registration processes. Right. If there are no questions, we'll be going on a very brief break, and Lekon will be coming up for his analysis on gold and the yen basket. Lekon will be analyzing gold. Don't go anywhere. For the person who asked about analysis on gold, Lekon will be doing justice on that very shortly. We're going on this brief break, and we will be coming back for that analysis. Cheers and God bless.
Cheers, Kate. Help me now, GU, please.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. And that was a great analysis from Cynthia. Once again, welcome back to the Market Call brought to you by the Battlefield Trading Team. All right. So this morning we'll be going into the analysis of the precious metal and also the yen qualitative pair. I guess someone was asking GU, what was GU bias? I guess, right? Okay, so we are looking for opportunity to long GU, okay? So that is the analysis, but you can still go back to watch the, recap once again on the YouTube page. Definitely will be on the YouTube page. So that is it. And make sure, please, when it's time for the market call, as fast as you can, kindly join, okay? So that we won't be having that move back and forth like that. The market color starts 8:30 on dot. All right. So let's quickly go into this analysis for the precious metal. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now for the precious metal, if we start from the daily time frame, remember on Monday we're looking to see the long of the precious metal, then the short. All right. So last week Monday, on Monday rather, we're looking at how the precious metal is expected to long by all the way into this level. Then we can now short again to the trend line once more, or better still to this level here, this liquidity level here. Okay. But we can see in the course of the week, yes, it's been longing, but we don't see that much momentum, very high volume in it. But it still gave what it ought to give. And where are we heading to today? Today being Friday, we are still very optimistic of the level we expect the precious metal to do what to buy into. Remember, this was our reference for the buy. So if we joined the buy since last week Friday, because of this shoulder that we see here, this is the shoulder, this is the sweep. We've seen the break and price came all the way back into the shoulder level. Then begin to follow through. You can see, but price has just been pushing gradually to the upside. But the overall trend still remains that we expect the precious metal to trade all the way into this level here that we have marked here for it to come and take out liquidity here. Then this other block, all things being equal, should hold. When price take out liquidity here and we see the structure for a short, then we can begin to sell from this level all the way back down. All right. So that is the outlook on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if we go to the 1-hour time frame to see what exactly is going on, we are going to see the confirmation that price is still very much bullish, looking at it from last week Friday. All right. So we can see how that price came all the way back down here on Friday. Then you see the momentum pushing all the way to the upside. Now that price is now bullish, what are we expected to do? We see how price is sitting on resistance here. You can see the 2 weeks ago, the Monday of 12th of May, how price is sitting on it, then pushing to the upside. So we still expect more of the push until price gets to that POI on the 4-hour time frame. That is the 3414 level, all right, 3414, 3415 level. That is where we expect price to get to take out liquidity. Then when we see the sell structure, we can easily begin to follow through to the downside. Now to our entry time frame, what are we seeing on the entry time frame? Now we see how that the precious metal has longed all the way to the upside. Particularly yesterday, I was also on the buy of the precious metal yesterday, how that price came to take out this low expected, but we see how it swept this low again, the Asian low of Wednesday. So that is another, issue that happened yesterday. But it gave another entry somewhere here, which was this particular zone around 5 p.m. yesterday. So that was the entry. And they stored all through, but SL is here. So that is the move that we are still expecting. However, looking at what we have, the current structure we have now, two things in case you've not joined the buy and you are looking forward to join, and this is where we should wait for how that price should either come all the way here to take out liquidity at this point, one, all right, and when it takes out liquidity here, we've also seen the boss pattern here too. You can see the shoulder here. Can you see it here? So this is our shoulder around this level here. All right, so this is the shoulder. We've seen the sweep with this week. This is the sweep of the liquidity, sweep of the shoulder. You see it now, and that happens to be the Asian low. So we expect that to hold. All right. So that is it. Now, if price comes all the way to take out this low and give entry signature around here, we can easily follow through to buy all the way to the upside. And two things: if this fails, then that means we have a shoulder inside of a shoulder. All right. Now let's look at that together. Now look at it. This is a shoulder here. You can see within the sweep, and this is also a liquidity point. So if you want to take any trade here, if you are, open enough to put your SL all the way at this particular low, that will make a lot of sense. I mean, having your SL seated just below this level here. All right, so this is going to be a great one if your SL can be below this level. Now, two things, because if this particular setup here fails, then that means price is coming to take out this particular low that we have here, this liquidity point here. Can you see it now? So if price comes all the way to take out this liquidity point here, then that's going to be a new entry. Okay, meaning if you don't see the entry signature did not show up here, then wait for price to come and take out this liquidity. Then this will be the sweep of the liquidity. This is the base here. All right. So, and we have our shoulder just resting at this particular point here, which means the low that we have around this level here. All right. This particular low here, this particular shoulder here, and the low, reference low here is inside the shoulder of this general move that we are seeing. So it's two setup in one. This is the first one. All right, just let me change this particular one now. All right, so we have two setup in one. Okay, and that is one thing we should also look out to do. Immediately price gives that, then we can easily follow through with it. Okay, so this is it. All right, great. So this is the first one here, how the price should take out this liquidity and tap into this left shoulder, why this low here should be protected, or this low should be taken out, then this one should be protected, and we have this shoulder left here. So anywhere we see the entry signature among these two setups, then we can easily follow through. And our ultimate take profit is going to be around this level here, which is the ultimate take profit is to this particular high to 3415 level is our ultimate take profit point. All right, so that is that for the precious metal. Let's quickly get to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket. Now, if you see this morning, particularly last week on the yen basket, we're expecting that the yen basket should be a long this week, and which is exactly what we are seeing happening. And today being Friday, the last trading day of the week, as we see the last week candlestick pattern gave us a clue of what we should expect this week and the weeks to come. And that is exactly what we are seeing playing out right now. Okay, now we've seen that our price is currently bullish. You can see on the weekly time frame. And where's our POI for the bullish move is all the way to this 7,744 level, which is the weekly order block and also the fair value gap that we have inside of it here. So that is the POI we are still expecting the yen basket to long into. And if you look at it, since that Monday is been a long week, all right, price has been itching to the upside, just that we did not see that full momentum in it. It was only yesterday that we have a bearish day, even though it started being bullish and closes at the bearish day for the yen basket. So this is telling us that the other yen correlated pairs, we should expect a sell on all yen correlated pairs across the board, except for yesterday that we have just a brief retracement on them. But today, being Friday, we may see everything close bearish for the day. I know pretty well that today being the last trading day of the week. Let's quickly look at GBP JPY. Now for GBP JPY, since we already see the liquidity has been taken out and price has properly tapped into this level here, we still expect price to sell all the way back down. So all of this that we are seeing is still correlating with the inverse move we are expecting on the yen basket. All right. So if we are expecting to see sell, the overall trend that we're expecting on GPGPY is a sell, then if we now go to the lower time frame, let's even start from the 4-hour. We are going to see on the 4-hour time frame, we already see a market structure shift from this level, and even this level to retain price break that level to the downside. So we are still expecting price to come to is the next low high in this particular liquidity point for price to come and take out this level. And you know why? We already have our shoulder, we've seen the sweep, and we've seen the first break to the top side. But price has not really come to take out this low, and that is exactly what we are saying, that price should come back to trade into this particular level for GBP JPY. All right. Now, if you look at it from the 1-hour time frame, we are going to observe that everywhere looks very bearish. All right. And we still want to maintain that bearish mode. Okay. So, but today being Friday, what should we do? What should we do? Now, today being Friday, what I would advise is let's also still look for the bearish move all the way to where? To this particular point, because we are seeing more like a shoulder point now. Look at it. This is a shoulder, this is the sweep, and we've seen the break of structure to the upside. But that break did not cover this level, but it's just tapped with a wick. So it's still giving us a confirmation that we should look for opportunity to sell that. Now, if we just want to sell just for a Friday move, right? Just to catch what you want to catch for the end of the week. So if we look at our 15-minute time frame, we are going to observe we've not seen any entry for the sell. It was only yesterday we saw the entry, and which the Asian eye happens to be the perfect word also. But we are seeing price itching back now. So where we are expecting price to come and trade into properly, if we see any entry signature for a sell somewhere here, we are going to take it with our SL above this level. All right, 193.620 should be our SL, and our take profit should be this particular liquidity point here. All right, so we are expecting price to come all the way to take out this first. This will be the first POI that price should come and take out first, then the low itself. All right, so if you see any sell signature form here, then we can easily follow through to the downside. So that is that for GBP JPY. Let's quickly look at AUD JPY, and then from there we move to Euro JPY as we round up for it. Now for AUD JPY, you are going to observe that price is also doing similar thing all the way to the downside. And where exactly are we expecting to trade into? We are also still expecting AUD JPY to trade into the 90.536 level. All right, so we are here. So what we need to do is just go to our 15-minute time frame and look for the entry signature when we see one. Now for the on the 15-minute time frame, the only entry signature, the levels that I am saying as an entry signature is going to be this, that price, the price come all the way to take out this level here, this particular liquidity point. Yes. The price comes all the way to take out this particular liquidity point, and we see entry signature here, good and fine, we can follow through to the downside. So that's going to be a very great one if price comes all the way here. But if it does not, when we see any bearish engulfing somewhere around this zone, just to feel this, or all this sell-off, then we can easily follow through to the downside. But this is going to be the best level to take it, and our SL should be somewhere above this liquidity point here. Okay, so that is it. So this is going to be the entry point where our SL will be somewhere here, 92972 or 93.00. Just put it in QP. Okay, that is that for AUD JPY. And lastly, for Euro JPY, we have a similar thing happening on Euro JPY too, because we are expecting all the yen basket pairs to sell off. Okay, and for Euro JPY, if we see any entry signature here, we may, but I am still of the opinion that you see this shoulder here, price is most likely coming back there. So if you want to short Euro JPY, you can just come and give it. You can just set your trap here for it, just put it somewhere here, okay, and your SL just somewhere at the top here. So that's about 39, let's say 40 feet, okay, just have your 40 feet SL there. and your entry, don't just put it on that level until you see your bearish engulfing, or better still, just put your entry at this, OB, and that is going to be like 30 pips SL. And where is our take profit? We are targeting all the way into the low of this week, this particular low here. All right. So that is going to be hit for Euro JPY. So this is it perfectly for Euro JPY. Okay, so that is it for the yen basket analysis and also the yen correlated here. Okay, that is it generally. So if there's any question, you can easily check in the you can easily type in the chat box so that we can quickly address it once and for all. All right. Okay. So if there's today, the news that we have for today, we have card retail sales, so coming up by 1:30. So that is the major news that we have for today. The major news for today is today, Friday, is just around the 1:30 p.m. So make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. All right, that is it. Someone said, is it, please recap on gold? You can watch the replay for the recap on gold. Is that low not a strong low? Please, if you can specify which low. Do you mean for Euro JPY? Let me know. Do you mean for Euro JPY? Okay. Now look at it. If you mean for Euro JPY is not a strong low, and why do I say that? Because price came all the way here just to respect this particular shoulder and react to the upside. So when we see any entry signature or we sell somewhere here, we are shorting all the way, and this is where price is still coming. You see all this diagonal liquidity needs to be swept up, but first we need price to come all the way to this place first. This will be the first level price should come and take out. So when price gets here, we are going to see some reaction after taking out this, so that this particular low may be protected. All right. But the whole of this one, this shoulder already has been tested, and that is where we see this move to the upside. So we are expecting it to push all the way back down. All right. So that is it. Yeah, that is it. Please, PG3, you can watch the replay, please. You can watch the replay for gold. So our bias for gold is we are looking for entry to long it, okay? But you can watch the replay on our YouTube page, all right? So if there's no more question, that is going to be the end of the market analysis brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. To meet again by 2 p.m. this afternoon. Make sure you are there so that we have the total overlook of the market again for the New York session. Once again, I'm Lekon Shemi. Cheers and God